left to do so. Turn right.
The freshest beats.
Everybody's listening to Horizon Pulse.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
Hey, Alex. There's no stopping us now. I'm getting the next Horizon adventure prepped and ready for you. I'm starting to get the feeling that if I call you after every road race win, you will get tired of me very fast.
El punto final de una emoción marca la hora. Fue una obsesión quererte más tan a deshoras. No puedo encontrar el antifaz, mala memoria.
Mi amigo. Have you heard of the Carrera Panamericana? I've just been told about another barn find nearby. Shall we go find it?
Hey, amigo. Remember that thing I said I needed help with? This is it. You in?
Of course. What do you need?
Excellent. Come meet me near Mulegé.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. You have arrived at your destination.
Hi, Rami. What's the plan?
Okay. Hear me out. Beautiful Mexican supercar. Beautiful Mexican roads. Promoting the Horizon Festival.
Do we need promoting? The festival seems to be doing okay.
All right. I'll find someone else.
That's not what I said. Of course I'll help you.
I knew I could rely on you. Let's go! Let's get moving. Get some speed, then turn into the countryside. Let me see what this car can do.
Turn right.
Yeah! Great speed! But let's see how you handle some corners.
In 400 yards, turn right.
You want to tell me about the car, don't you?
I thought you'd never ask! So, VUL is an abbreviation. It stands for Vehicles of Ultra Lightweight and High Performance. It was started by two brothers, Guillermo and Iker Echeverria. Less sightseeing, more going fast. The VUL 05 is a track-focused supercar, designed and produced in Mexico, but tested and optimized in the UK. I even think I saw one at the festival when I was over there. We're driving the pre-production version of the VUL 05 RR, the even more track-focused version. Somehow, the designers reduced the weight by 65 kilos and increased the power to nearly 400 bhp. Then they lowered the engine by 50 millimeters to drop the center of gravity and improve cornering. Impressive! They're pretty serious about the ultra-light part. The 05RR even has an option for titanium bolts, saving another 4.5 kilos.
What's the RR stand for?
Road and racing. The car was designed for an enhanced track experience, but remains road legal.
In 400 yards, we'll arrive at your destination.
Perfect. There's a couple of other things you can help out with, if it's not too much trouble.
You're never gonna let me live that down on you. Call me.
Less sightseeing, more going fast. Let's get moving. Get some speed, then turn into the countryside. Really see what this car can do. Yeah, great speed! But let's see how you handle some corners.
In 200 yards, turn right.
You want to tell me about the car, don't you?
I thought you'd never ask. So WE is an abbreviation. It stands for Vehicles of Ultra Lightweight and High Performance. It was started by two brothers, Guillermo and Iker Echeverria. The WE 05 is a track-focused supercar, designed and produced in Mexico, but tested and optimized in the UK. I even think I saw one at the festival when I was over there. We're driving the pre-production version of the WE 05 RR, the even more track-focused version. Somehow, the designers reduced the weight by 65 kilos, increased the power to nearly 400 bhp. Then they lowered the engine by 50 millimeters to drop the center of gravity and improve cornering.
Impressive.
They're pretty serious about the ultra-light part. The 05RR even has an option for titanium. Perfect. There's a couple of other things you can help out with, if it's not too much trouble.
You're never gonna let me live that down on you. Call me.
I just got my hands on a piece of Mexican racing history. Wanna see?
Of course. I'm on my way.
The sun come up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
The sun come up.
400 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
Cool tunes on the fast track.
Arrived at your
Horizon
destination.
Pulse.
Let me guess. Today's episode of Mexican Automotive History with Ramiro is about the Baja 1000.
You are very perceptive, my friend. This dune buggy was the first car to race here. Let's take it for a spin. The Baja 1000 is probably the most prestigious race held in Mexico. Do you know how it all started?
I assume the Myers Manx has something to do with it.
Correct again. The Baja 1000 started as a very elaborate marketing campaign for the car you're driving. But let me start from the beginning. On the 22nd of March, 1962, Dave Eakins and Billy Robertson did the first real Baja run. They went from Tijuana to La Paz in 39 hours, 56 minutes on new Honda CL72 Scrambler motorcycles. So they probably were a bit sore afterwards. They got a lot of media coverage though. A year later, Myers started to work on a prototype buggy he called Old Red in his garage in Newport Beach. It was based on the VW Beetle, and it paved the way for what we know as buggies. Cars that are built for off-roading using the Beetle as a donor chassis. But I guess they wanted even more publicity because in April 1967, Myers decided to make an attempt at breaking Eakins' record. And it worked! Myers did it in 34 hours and 45 minutes, beating Eakins for more than 5 hours. The rivalry was known as Buggy Beats Bike in Baja. Sounds like something you did back in the UK, doesn't it? Myers Manx became an overnight sensation as a result, and suddenly they were friendly races all across the Baja. It wasn't long before they realized they needed something more organized. That was Mexican 1000. Guess who won the inaugural event?
Myers Manx?
You're on fire today! Yes, in 27 hours and 38 minutes. The official race was 100 miles shorter than the original route, but it's still impressive. The Mexican 1000 was later renamed to the Baja 1000 and is run to this day.
200 yards. Turn left. In 100 yards. Turn left. Turn left. 100 yards. Turn left.
I love that story. My abuela used to tell it to me at least once a year.
Lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí. Puro
like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Puro fuego para la casa.
Estoy aquí.
Tengo todo lo que te faltaba. Y estoy aquí. Vamos, lleva el fuego pa' la casa. Y estoy aquí.
Hop out, like I got the top off. Papi, I am here.
Hey, come quick! Papa Fernando needs your help!
Okay. I'll be right there.
Ready for a new adventure? You and the whole of Horizon Mexico?
Turn left.
amigo. Alex talks about the classic off-roader. You should come get the Jimmy before he does.
In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 200 yards,
Coming to you
turn
live
left.
from the heart of the festival.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. At the roundabout, take the third exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
The freshest chart hits.
Play it all across the festival.
Only on Horizon Pulse.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. Turn left. At the roundabout, take the first exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so. around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. have arrived at your destination.
Oh, right. I get it now.
To be honest, though, it was me who needed your help, not Papa Fernando.
I can't fault that logic. Who are the other racers?
It's this new street racing crew that's been hanging around. I think they're here to see what you can do. Let's show them. Oi, he's eager. But this isn't really a street race. There's no checkpoint, just a finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. Nice overtake. It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Like that! We're gaining! Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car, but a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us, and in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By '62, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1967. And in '71, El Bocho became the official taxi of Mexico City, which is why you see so many of them today. It's funny. The first Bochos were imports, or CKDs. But in 1971, we were exporting them to Costa Rica, and back to West Germany, Austria, Belgium, everywhere in Europe. It was a sad day in 2003 when the last Volkswagen sedan Última Edición rolled off the production line and went home to the Volkswagen Museum in Wolfsburg. Keep it up! We'll win this! Now that's more like it! Eso, Bochito! Eso! So loved was the Bocho that it eventually outsold the Ford Model T to become the world's best-selling car, and was the first to reach 20 million sales. Sure, other cars have staked their claim on that title in recent years, but none are so timeless and unchanged as the Bocho. Don't worry, we'll set it up and go again. Oi, he's eager. But this isn't really a street race. There's no checkpoint, just a finish line. So keep to the route and get there first. It's hard to overstate the effect that the Beetle had when it arrived in Mexico in 1954. Before that, all we had were these huge American cars. So this new European-style car with its shape and light chassis and those adorable headlights and an engine that anyone with a tractor could fix was, well, a complete game changer. They were so exciting that they were displayed at the Ciudad Universitaria in Mexico City, and there were lines to come and see this new car. Production of the Beetle started in Mexico soon after 7 of them finished the Carrera Panamericana. Before that, people were a bit worried about reliability, you see. We Mexicans love a good-looking car, but a car that can do work is better. The Panamericana convinced us, and in '61, Automex had assembled 250 of them. By 1962, the first plant had opened in Jalostoc, making 10 of them a day. We love that car. So another plant opened in Puebla in 1960. That is a great car. Probably the most iconic car in all of Mexico. Ay, es increíble que un auto tan pequeño deje un vacío tan grande. Adiós, sedan. Thanks. I'll call you when I've got that next one ready.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I have a brilliant idea.
Another one. What happened to the previous idea?
This one is better. Meet me in town.
Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. 400 yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn left.
Coming to you live.
Turn left.
Horizon Pulse.
yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
I have two cars here. A first-generation Volkswagen and a seventh-generation Volkswagen Golf. Made in Mexico for almost half a century. Sadly, they stopped building them in 2021. But we can still race them. What do you say? To make it fair, I will give you a chance to make an informed choice. Let's go for a test drive. And I've got lots to tell you about Volkswagen Mexico. Volkswagen Mexico headquarters are in Puebla City. It started production in 1967 with the famous Beetle. As we call it, the Bocho. VW made multiple attempts at replacing the famous Beetle with newer models, but all of them failed way short of achieving the production figures until the Volkswagen Golf came into play. First generation was released in Mexico as the Volkswagen Caribe and had quite a few variations, including the Golf GTI you're driving right now. VW engineers, inspired by the Beetle GSR, designed and prototyped the Golf in secret as a Skunk Works project. Little did they know that the Golf GTI would become the hot hatch. Shall we jump 40 years in the future and try the 7th generation? The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. enough driving around. Let's go head to head, after you've had a chance to rest. I'm a fair man. I'll let you choose. Which Golf do you want to drive for our little race?
I'll take the Golf GTO.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't... Make me wait for too long. I see what you're doing, but you still can't win. What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat. I have a story to tell you, my friend. about the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp! I'll pick you up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn around. In 400 yards, turn right. Recalculating route.
The freshest beats. The coolest sounds. Horizon Pulse.
Recalculating route. In 400 yards, turn right. 200 yards, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
I hope you know some shortcuts. you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. I see what you're doing, but you still can't win. What a race! The difference 40 years makes! See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. What a race! The difference 40 years makes! I have a story to tell you, my friend, about the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp! I'll pick you up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
You're tuned
to Horizon Pulse.
an official station of the
At the
Horizon
roundabout,
Festival.
take the first exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Arrived at your destination.
That's the old wolf.
No, no, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
Careful there!
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
This car is too old for this kind of driving!
Recalculating route.
You get to explain to Haley why she's paying to repair my granddad's car. If you want to go again, we can do that. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
See? Got it here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. And now, let me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that's a hecking good wolf.
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150. We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150. call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150, but the Lobo is the Elite F-150. Job's done, and the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F-100 back to the garage. I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over.
Hey, Alex. I just got a notification. Ready to pick an adventure?
Don't panic, but I think I'm onto something big with this latest car rumour. Start having a sniff around the festival. And keep quiet about it, yeah?
200 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey there! So, look at this. 1,400 horses of electric Ford Mustang. Get in! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Calm down. I know you like to go fast. I had a big breakfast. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like this? I'm really asking. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a prototype. Cuautitlán Assembly does a range of options for the Mach E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. This is a detour, but if anything can handle it, it's this car. It's wild. And there we go. Sunrise over the sea. Beautiful. But we're not done. There's one more thing to look at. I'll let you know as soon as I have found it. Okay, this one will be epic. I found a Porsche Carrera. You know what that means?
Racing? And what do you mean, found?
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
you, and shall we make the next one a skill song, Horizon? Yeah, why not? I'm in charge. Let's make the next one a skill song. Go get your double scores.
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. Roundabout, take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the second exit. You have arrived at your destination.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamin! Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
Race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I know anything about that. 2,178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevation from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider, came third overall. Sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016, staying true to the original races with it. This is Jamie in Texas. Having fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Great race. Almost like we did a little Panamericana with a friend. Anyways, hope you had fun with this little stroll through cars hechos en Mexico.
It was great! And let me know if you, find any other cars like that.
Around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey, Alex. Guess who's halfway towards securing funding for our next adventure? That would be me. Boom. Oh, sorry. Everyone thinks your driving is very impressive, too.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn left. In 100 yards, turn left. yards. Turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. Recalculating route. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. In 200 yards, turn sharp left. In 100 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left.
You're listening to Horizon Pulse, the freshest hits with Amy Simpson. The freshest beats, the coolest sounds.
Everybody's listening to Horizon Pulse.
They found one of these things in Texas a few years back, but I had no idea there was another. That is a 250 GTO. We've hit the jackpot.
Wait
till you see this thing return to its former glory. I'll call you.
Horizon Arcade will begin soon. Good luck. You have arrived early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly. Enjoy. Horizon Arcade will begin soon. Why not say hello to the other drivers whilst you wait?